It is 6:07 and today is Riverside County's Homeless Point in Time Count. Several cities across the county will be gathering volunteers early in the morning to go around and count those who are unsheltered. And News Channel 3's Crystal Jimenez joins us live now from Palm Springs with more on that. Good morning.
Good morning, Jennifer. We're at the Palm Springs Convention Center right now. Many of the volunteers are here. They've received a short briefing already. These volunteers have been trained to be able to participate in this count today. One of them being Dee Dee Wilson. Good morning, Dee Dee. You are a veteran volunteer. This is your 5th year already. Why do you do this every single year?
I do this because it matters. Homelessness is an issue in Palm Springs. We talk about it all the time. I believe this is actually part of the problem. Counting, getting the data so we can understand what our needs are, and this also determines how we get different funding sources based on the count of the homeless people.
Definitely, and that funding is super important to be able to give these resources for homeless people. Now, can you tell me what the count usually looks like when you guys head on out there?
You're given a little grid map of a certain area of Palm Springs. You go in a team, nobody goes alone. You're given a set of questions and a training, and you do it on a little app, and you ask people, you say, may I ask you some questions? And you have an incentive bag for them that has like some socks and a hat and some toiletries. And I find that almost everybody's very compliant. They're very willing, and it's like a 10-minute survey, but they answer the questions and then you give them the goodie bag. But you kind of leave feeling like you've understood somebody's story in a different way.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Dee Dee. It's a very important work that they're doing here today. It's going to be going on up until 9:30 a.m., so you might see them out in the streets. Live in Palm Springs, Crystal Jimenez, News Channel 3.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Crystal.
It is now 6:09 and Russia appears to be readying its forces along the Ukraine border. This as the rest of the world is now looking at more severe economic sanctions. Details coming up.
And another candidate is throwing his hat into the ring for a new congressional district race that incorporates part of the Coachella Valley. What he's pushing for, straight ahead. You're watching KESQ News Channel 3, the Desert's news leader.
I've never seen anything like it.
And they do not want to work.
How frustrating has this been for you?
Local businesses short-staffed and in major need of help.
I have to do everything by myself.
Some getting creative to fill in the gaps, but many still desperate for help wanted.
I'm taking an in-depth look at the worker shortage, how it's affecting businesses across the valley, and what's being done about it.
See how the shortage will affect you. Watch Help Wanted Thursday at 6 on